I started doing heart center meditation 1997, but I have to tell you, I started doing transcendental meditation in 1973. So that's a long time before I discovered the heart center. And this is the meditation I find the most healing. And there's a woman named Karen Armstrong that wrote a book. I think it's 10 Steps to a Compassionate Life. Anyway, it's a wonderful book. She describes that if you track the heart, or compassion is how it's being talked about now, but it's more than just compassion. If you track it through the progression of time, anytime we're in times of great change, the priests or whoever, the meditators, whatever, of that time will bring the heart into their spiritual and meditation practice. So she said you can track the heart center over the last 4,000 years. Whenever there are times of great change, it shows up. When I started doing the heart center meditation in 1997, nobody talked about heart meditation. But now there's compassionate mindfulness. There's something called wet insight. There's the metta meditation. Every tradition is focusing on the heart. So we're in one of those periods where we're going from vipassana, which is just clearing your thoughts, into the heart. There's some good research on it. Besides what HeartMath has done, compassion-based meditations or heart-based meditations have been shown to help with telomere length, which basically is a sign of cellular aging. So it can reverse certain processes of cellular aging. And the reason I like this meditation the most is that it's the one that my patients and my students and my clients can do with the most ease. So, and it's infinite. The heart center is an infinite process. So while I started off with, transcendental meditation, and then I moved into Zen meditation and Vipassana, over 25 years, I do chakra meditations. This is the one that is my go-to. This is the one that is so moving to me, and it's very healing. And the energy of the heart, so each chakra is a different state of consciousness. Now that's a lot to say to somebody who doesn't know about energy healing, but what I'm basically saying is different parts of the body have different
vibrations.
Yeah, but and if you don't know anything about energy, different parts of the body, when I'm thinking hard, there's one energy. When I'm feeling, there's another energy. When I'm listening to drumming and dancing, that's a different energy. Turns out that the heart energy is extremely healing. It might be the most healing in the entire body. So I give this to people when they're sick, before chemo. I have them put it into the chemo bag. If you ask one of the chemo nurses if you can hold the bag, they'll just put gloves on you, and you can send some gratitude or compassion into the chemo. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the healing you're about to do. Thank you, right? It appears to make the side effects of the chemo less. So I really spent a lot of time teaching this meditation because this is the sort of core meditation for healing for me. Compassionate mindfulness. There's tons of compassion-based ones. So you want me to show it to you right now?
Yes, please.
Okay. So it takes 2 points of focus to move energy, attention and awareness. And I would tell you that attention comes from me and awareness comes from the energy field. But that's sort of an esoteric differentiation, right? So it takes 2 points of focus to move energy. So that means that when we're meditating, you have your eyes closed, you're using breath and a mantra, perhaps. Those are your 2 points of focus. If you're using, let's say, guided imagery, you're using imagery in your breath. I would say just add in your hands. Anytime you want to move energy, add your hands in, because that'll add a second or third point of focus. If we could think energy where we wanted it to go, we wouldn't have what's going on right now. So you have to use more than just thought. You have to use thought and breath. You have to use thought, visualization, and breath. You have to use thought, mantra. So this one has a hand position, and the hand position is right here. So this is my solar plexus. Let me stand up, talk to you for a minute from here. This is my solar plexus, okay? And this is my high heart. Those are not the heart centers. This is a wonderful hand position just to get calm. The heart center is right between, they're right at nipple line. If you're, right where nipple line is, if you're male, or I like to joke, right where nipple line is if I were 20, right? So it goes right here. So one hand goes here, okay? And the other hand goes here, and the thumbs touch. And in the beginning, that was difficult for me. I felt like you got it, Rena. In the beginning, I thought this was difficult, that I felt like I was efforting, okay? But it's actually, you're just basically holding yourself a little. And if it's hard, you can prop your arms up somewhere and just hold the energy. So that begins the flow of energy into the heart center, which is a different state of consciousness. And once you get good at this, you'll notice that you completely start to shift just from your hands here. This may be enough. This may be the announcement to the body that it's going to shift states of consciousness now. So from here, the heart center meditation has 4 mantras or attributes. So what I do is I call in each attribute and I initiate the heart center. And then with each breath, I internally repeat an attribute. That's how I meditate. Everyone can be a little different. So I'll show you how it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the meditation. I'm going to call in the 4 attributes. We're going to have a minute or 2 to do it together, and then we'll come back out. Okay? So we're going to...
Let's do it.
All right. So I want you to begin by closing your eyes and practicing the art of sacred touch. Activating the heart center in your body by touching yourself at the level of the heart as if you were touching the most amazing thing you ever had the opportunity to touch. So touching yourself at the heart chakra as if you were touching a newborn or your beloved or an ancient relic. Touching yourself with compassionate touch as if you were touching the most incredible thing you ever had the opportunity to touch. The art of sacred touch. From here, the meditation has 4 attributes. The first is compassion. With your breath, using image and feeling, invite in compassion. Invite in compassion and allow it to unfold. The second attribute is innate healing. It's the calm in the midst of chaos, or the eye of the hurricane. With your breath, invite in innate healing. It's funny, I'm nervous. It's innate harmony. The third attribute, healing presence. Healing presence. Healing presence is love in action. Using your breath, inviting healing presence. And the fourth attribute is unconditional love. And if you have a religious tradition, invite in divine love. Unconditional love. Compassion. Innate harmony. Healing presence. Unconditional love. And to start, just pick 1 or 2, repeating one with each breath. Letting the energy build in your chest. And seeing how much energy can you create at the level of the heart. And then come back out. Go ahead and come back out. And Rena, just from that little bit, look at your hands.
Wow.
Now your hands have the flow of the heart center, and you want to place them anywhere on your body that needs healing. And if you don't have anywhere, just place it on your hands. Place it on your face, sorry. I go into an altered state, I can't talk. So whenever I do healing work, I start at the heart, whether or not I go into a meditation or I just get to the heart center in the blink of an eye. So I start here. And what you'll notice is your hands turn on. They become red. Are your hands any different?
They are. They are incredibly hot, but, and you can see I've gone into the different zone as well.
Yeah.
So for me, I got immediately into,
right.
And then my head does whoop.
Yep.
So, yeah, more than my hands, I just, and my whole body realigned.
Right.
I'm sitting straighter. I'm sitting more back, and it's my body's just finally realigning, because initially I was sitting kind of in a different position. This was so beautiful.
So that was about 45 seconds to a minute. And I suggest people do 5 minutes a day. And it's deeper. Sometimes it's a wave, like I got a wave at the end of that too. We must have been, really connecting, because I got this huge wave. And sometimes you'll just get a whiff. That's what my teacher used to say. Sometimes you get a wave, sometimes you get a whiff. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And the hands and the body, they innately know this. I mean, think about how often, you don't put your hands, down on your belly when you're thinking of the heart. You always put your hands here.
No.
And by letting it stimulate, and the thing I like to challenge my clients with and my patients is, how much love can you create, unconditional love, in this moment? How much reverence and awe for life can you create just in this 5 minutes? That will carry you through the rest of the day. And that voice will tell you what you need for healing. That's different than the give me the data, right? There's plenty of data, by the way.
Exactly.
What I do for a living is I find the data and I write it up. But this is the voice of the healing. This is where you want it. So I don't make big decisions without checking in with the heart center first.
Oh, this is so beautiful. I have so much gratitude to you, Anne-Marie, for doing this. It's just, I think this is life-changing for anyone who takes it seriously. So if you're listening, if you're watching, do this. Start your day with this. And then come to healcircles.org and share with us how your day changed, because you began your day with this beautiful heart-centered meditation that I love the 4 attributes. I love that, sort of not only innate healing, but compassion. How little compassion do we show ourselves these days? How little compassion do we show people around us these days? It's so beautiful. What a beautiful way to start the day and end the day.